Going on YouTube, Derek Short here again. This video here we're gonna be going over installing the RC conversion pole start for the GP460 motor, as well as the fan cover shroud. First off, this motor does have a head kit on here, so the shroud that originally goes over the head shell or the cylinder head is actually one big piece, and I actually modified that so I can run this right here, have it looking very clean and getting good airflow over the cylinder, which keeps it cool. So without further ado, let's get right into it. First up is the DDM conversion kit. It's actually built by, Griftech is the one that machined it, but this little piece here in the back is actually for your pole start, so you can line it up on there and re-drill the holes, because the stock RC pole starts are actually smaller end, just a hair. So you put that on there, you take a drill bit, you drill through it, and you can realign it for your new screws so it will mount to your flywheel cover here. So if you look on the back side, there's these little moon shaped looking pieces, and this basically gives it more support, so when you tighten down the pole start, it doesn't kind of bend out. It just gives a good solid connection, which is really nice. So, and I believe the kits come with those. I'm not sure, I haven't ordered a kit in a while, and I've had this one for quite some time. But anyways, that's that. First step is installing the bracket. So anyone that's had a stock 460 pole start, they're great because they have a dual spring design, which makes them very easy to pull. The downside on them is there's a little spring in there that has a hook on it, and over time that hook wears out and it slips, and then your pole start doesn't retract anymore. I have a mod that I use that used to have up on the old GoPed Nation thread, which is no longer around, but it was a great little mod. Put some JB weld in there and made it basically so that clip doesn't slip. But the stock pole starts are literally twice as thick as RC ones, and as you can see here, I'm actually dragging the pulse. Even this RC pole start is getting drugged on the ground as I'm racing and taking turns, because when you race, it's very aggressive and competitive, and you throw your ped around quite a bit. So it gets scraped up a little bit, and if I'm running the stock one, it's thicker. You're going around a turn, it can actually slide you out and crash. So fun little fact of why I'm using the RC pole starts. But the stock ones are very, very nice for pulling. They're very easy to start. So there's that. Alright, so we've got our first little piece here, the modified one. There's these grooves on it. Make sure you line those grooves up with the grooves on the crankcase here. Got those lined up. That'd be great. On this piece right here on the coil, if you're running a kill switch on it, don't forget to hook this up. So pull our rubber grommet back. So go ahead, connect him there. We're going to slide this little heat insulation down there, and the rubber grommet, it's got a flat part right here, and then other parts, the other three sides of it have the groove. The three sides that have a groove, see that? It's going to connect and slide in right there. We got our heat wrap on there to protect it. On this back side here, I have a blank one, just kind of take up space, so you can actually run this kill switch wire either way. I run it out the back side of the motor towards the intake side, just my personal preference. So we're going to go ahead and get that lined up on there. So we got that. Now I have these two screws. It's a Torx T27. These screws are going to screw the fan cover shroud into the fan cover into the shroud that goes either over the heads, the cylinder head, or if you're running a head shell, to the side of it. And this allows that cover to keep giving you good airflow. Some people don't even run this cover on there, which is fine. you can get away with it. But me, I prefer to run it. I just modify it with a Dremel. So screw those into there. Now on this particular setup, I have 2 screws, and the reason for that is these ones will go in the bottom here because I have a Jet Pro Rhino race Rhino pipe that's going to go on here, and 2 of the mounting points on it bolt to the shroud here, the fan cover shroud. So I'm not even going to be installing those in this video. I'm only going to be installing the bottom bolts. So go ahead and put that on in. Get them started. And then we'll do the final tighten here in just a second. Get that guy started. Alright, go ahead and tighten it up now. Alright, and the other one. One more. All that good. Double check this one. That's great. So now we have our adapter plate in there, for the pull start. You can see it's spin around. We got our RC pull start here. We got all our little supports in there. We have our 4 screws. As you see, I pre-start the screws. Hopefully you can see that. I have them sticking out just a little bit. Basically helps me to line it up to get it started. And as always, if you've been watching my other videos, when we tighten them up, we're going to go crisscross pattern. So we'll start here, come down here to the bottom one, get that one started, come over to this guy, get him started, tighten that up, got the next ones right here, and then we'll come back and start it all over again. We'll start snugging them down now and get everything lined up good. Got that. Get this guy. And remember, you don't want to over tighten these and possibly strip your threads out. You don't need to put the force of God on it. Alright, so just snug it up, come down here, snug it up, and that one's good. Now go ahead and check it. And that's got some compression, so that's going to be a beast. So there's that. Lastly, I'm going to put a new spark plug in here. I haven't done that yet, but don't forget to connect that. So there you go. Hope that helps you guys out. As always, I appreciate you guys watching it. If you have any questions, post up and I'll be happy to help. Alright, thanks for watching.